Why is it that bad things happen to good people? A lot of people have asked me this question, and it's something it's a sensitive topic because there are people who are innocent, who are victims of murder, of rape, of shootings, and all kinds of violence, and there's so many things happening in our world today that are not good, and there's no easy way to explain why that happens. But one of the most sensible ways, according to me, is that this world that we think of as the real world is actually kind of like I consider it as like a video game of the soul. Now imagine that you are actually the soul, and you have decided to come to this world to learn certain lessons and to experience certain things. Something like playing a video game, or acting in a play or in a movie, or going to school. So imagine something, all right, that is a combination of all these things. Imagine something that's a combination of a movie, a virtual reality game, a school, and a play. Or a play or a movie are kind of the same thing. Now imagine that you come to this world to experience life on this physical plane. You have certain things from your previous lives that you need to work out, certain karmic debts that you need to pay. For example, let's say somebody has a problem with arrogance. Maybe a person has been arrogant in their last life, so they need to learn about humility. So they choose certain circumstances in the period between life, the period when you're in the soul state. So they choose certain circumstances that will happen to them in this particular incarnation, and those lessons are actually supposed to teach the soul something about, say in this case, humility. Sometimes people have they need to work out hatred, they need to work out jealousy, they need to work out ego. There's so many things. So I think that one of the reasons why so-called bad things happen to good people is because perhaps it's a karmic debt that they had to pay, or maybe it's a lesson that they had to learn. Because if you believe in God, and unless you believe in multiple lives, a single life where a person is really has a bad deal in life doesn't really seem like something. It doesn't seem fair. So to me, I think a logical way of looking at things is that we come to this world many times, this world and maybe other worlds as well. Our souls kind of, I don't think they really occupy the body. I think it's more like what you see in the movie Avatar, if you've seen that. I think Avatar has depicted it in a very good way. Of course, they've made it into a fiction, science fiction. But the way the human beings are in a sort of a machine, and they get linked to the Avatar's body, and they experience things through that body, but it's just a consciousness that is actually inhabiting the body. The actual real person is somewhere else. So I feel that's a similar thing with our souls. I think that our souls, or us, are actually in a higher level of existence, a higher frequency plane of reality, and we are actually occupying these bodies, or using these bodies to experience things. And when we die, it's not like the consciousness floats out of your body. I think it's more like, it sort of just lets go of your body. I feel it's more like, instead of being something inside your body, it's something like, this is your body, and your consciousness is kind of like, sort of encased it. And at the time of death, it just sort of lets go. That's what I feel. The moment the consciousness lets go, the life force of your body just disappears. So yeah, I think that is one of the reasons why bad things happen to good people. And I think it's all got to do with karma, and it has to do with lessons that you have sort of volunteered to go through in this lifetime. Uh, I think at the end of the day, these are things that are there for the good. I think everything that happens for the good, and at times it's very difficult to actually accept or understand, especially in certain very violent deaths or brutal acts of crime against women, against children. And I don't think those are good things in any way, but I think that the soul has decided to go through that for some reason. Those are my beliefs. I might not be right, I might be wrong.